Good morning, everybody. It's me, Greg, aka the Free American Spirit. Today I'm on my way to the dump. Why, you may ask? Because it's time to replace the Growatt SPF 5000 ES. Yeah, I bought that inverter, a little over 4 years ago. It's run every day flawlessly until one day it didn't. I kept getting an error code 04, which means there was too much electrical power, too much voltage for the internal bus. So I called up the people. They said, hey, do this firmware, and hopefully that won't turn into an 09. Anyways, make a long story short, the communication board down here was not letting me update. So I just decided I'm going to get another inverter because there was always controversy on this thing anyways. It was a little underpowered for my system, number one. Number two, it was the cheapest alternative I could find at the time because I was spending a lot of money on batteries. Number three, I had it installed under not the best conditions, very hot shed, no insulation or anything like that. So when, moisture in the air was around or anything like that, it got in there, dusty, that kind of stuff. You can see in here, not only did I run it all the time, but you see all the dirt and dust down there. Absolutely no filtration. This board right here, if you look at it real close, you can see where it's starting to get discolored and looks like moisture is seeped up in there. And, when I started taking this apart, you can see other areas. I don't know if you can see that real good where moisture's gotten in there. So I just said, well, we're just going to replace it. So I've got one on order. It'll be in. Keep tuned for that video. In the meantime, I'm robbing off little parts and stuff. I took off all the heat sinks already and got a bunch of screws and wire connectors that I stuffed in the bag because you never know. You might be able to use that stuff later. And when I get the new one, I'll let you know and show you the install of that and what it does. It's a big surprise. But hey, I noticed something. You guys like these videos. You really don't subscribe or like. So hit the like button, subscribe. I know you're learning something when I show you these. But that was a nice inverter. I don't know how many total watts. I'll have to look at it later to see what I pulled. But I mean, it would get 110 in that shed. Dusty, moisture in the morning. This winter in Florida, believe it or not, there was a lot of freezes. We got down into the low 20s for like 3 or 4 days at a time, 3 or 4 times this winter, which is really unusual. So I'm really quite impressed that it ran for 4 years and put out as much electric as it did, because you know me, when I'm running my trailer is pulling almost 30 amps constant, between the air conditioner, the computer, the TV, etc., etc., etc. So if you're going to get one of these, they do not make these anymore, or they don't distribute them to the United States anyway. So there are places that still have them. And if you're going to get one, it's a cheap alternative. They're around, I don't know, $750. And there's the new model called the SPF 5000 US, like United States, because they were having that controversy over grounding and bonding and whatever. I don't think that's actually solved. However, it is a step up, and it does have the latest firmware and things like that in it. So if you put it in a garage or a house or something like that, or a shed that is well insulated and maybe has a moisturizer, you might get 6, 7, 8 years out of it. I just didn't care. I just ran it all the time, and you see how it looks. So I promise, that I'll take care of my next one just to make you all happy. But getting back to that SPF 5000 US model, not only are they still around, but you might be able to say, hey man, they don't even distribute these to the United States anymore. You got any scratch and dents or any sales or whatever, and they might just, knock $100 or something off. Who knows? Doesn't hurt to try. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate it. Have a great day. And once again, this is your buddy Greg, man, telling you to like and subscribe because I don't make no money from this channel. I need to get on the stick. You know what I'm saying?